Hey everyone, welcome to SS Academy. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can create tables in our HTML. So I think that tables are one of the most popular way for creating data and displaying them on our website. So we're going to create first of all table tag, and we're going to write all of our stuff in this table tag. Let's just create. I'm going to say the table tag here. You can see I just created here table tag. But if you see if you think that if I create here a table tag, I'm just going to create here a little bit different table or rows or columns. But if I refresh this page, you're going to see nothing happen here. Like I showed you before, I said, for example, except this container tags, we have the header, footer, or the main tag, and I showed you that these tags actually do nothing, but you can use these tags for increasing readability. And now also we're going to use this table tag for increasing readability. Okay guys, so inside this table tag we're going to have two more tags. Table contains rows and also columns. First of all, we're going to create our table row, and inside this table rows we're going to create our table data or table columns. Okay guys, first of all, let's create here table row. If I click here T and R, it is the abbreviation, stands for table row. If I click on this, I just create here one table row. And if I refresh, let's just save this. If I refresh this page, actually nothing will happen here because I just said I want to create here table row. And if you want to remove this, you can remove this. But I highly recommend using these tags for increasing readability. In the end, I'm going to show you guys the breaking this code or removing this or one of these tags. Okay. I create my table row, and when I create table row, actually I will say I want to have one horizontal line from all the way across my web page. Okay, let me draw this, let me show you. If I say here the table row, I'm just gonna say I want to create here a line across my web page, and that it is my first table row. I'm gonna write here first table and row. Okay, let's just close this off, and I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna say now I want to add my datas here, but you shouldn't write your datas like this, Java or Python, or let's write here the Kotlin. Okay, if I refresh this page, you can see actually that I saw here Java, Python, and Kotlin here. But I don't want to write these datas like this. I will use special tag for doing this, and that tag is called table data. I'm gonna say table data, and I'm gonna just close this off. You can see I just create here one table data tag here. And inside this table data, I'm just gonna create my table data. For example, let's write our programming language. My first language was Java. Okay, and let's write here my second language was Python, and the third language was, let's write here JavaScript, and I think the 3 is good. Okay, let's just refresh this page. You can see I just saw here Java, Python, and JavaScript. Actually, it's no different than before. When I wrote here, let's just make them comment line. For doing this, I'm just gonna say the slash. Okay, for example, if I write here Java, if I write here the Python, and if I write here JavaScript, and if I refresh this page, you can see actually nothing changed here. But it is good to use these tags, okay, for increasing readability. If I call this tag back and if I refresh page, you can see actually nothing changed here. But I can say that writing like this is the true way, is the correct way, okay, because we talked about this before. When you want your web page to look in Google search, you should use these tags correctly, okay. And other purpose to using these tags to increase readability and also the writing correct HTML codes. Okay guys, I created my table datas and I have here one table row. Like I showed you, if I say table row, this is my first table row, and you can think that here we have a horizontal line across my web page. Let's create here one more table row, and inside this table row, let's write our, let's just remove this. Inside this table row, I'm just gonna write my, for example, what we can write, let's write here our frameworks. I'm just gonna say here table data, and inside this table data I'm gonna say the Spring. Okay, and I'm gonna write here Spring and Django. Let's write here, for example, Ruby on Rails. Okay, this is my other framework. If I refresh this page, you can see Spring, Django, Ruby on Rails, and I have here Java, Python, and the JavaScript. And this is my first horizontal line here. You can think here we have a horizontal line, and this is my second horizontal line here. And I have here two table rows. Okay, we can think like this. TR is the abbreviation, stands for table row, and TD is table data, but you can get this as a table columns. Okay guys, let's come to first table row. For example, if you want to create here a table header cell, we can create here one more table row, and inside this table row I'm just gonna create this time not table data, I'm just gonna create table rows, table headers here. Let's say T and H. You can see here TH also abbreviation stands for table header cell. If I create this, for example, I'm gonna write here the language 1. Okay, let's just copy these files. I'm gonna say here language 2 and language 3. Okay, if I refresh this page, I'm just gonna say language 1, language 2, and language 3. Actually, I think that it is a little bit good or better writing for me to giving here table headers. Or we can give captions to our table. For example, let's think on our website we have 5 or 6 or even 100 tables, and we would love to give names or the captions to our tables. For doing this, I'm just gonna come here, I'm gonna say the caption. Inside this caption tag, I'm gonna say, for example, my programming language. Okay, if I refresh this page, I'm just gonna see here my programming language, but let's make this bold. I would love to make this bold, and let's just close this bold tag off. Okay, if I refresh this, you can see my programming language and language 1, language 2, and language 3. Okay guys, we've just two tags remain, and they are table head and table body. For example, I can say that this caption, and also the first table row is my table head, because they are kind of like of headers. Okay, that is why I can put this into table head tag. I'm just gonna create here t head. Okay, I'm gonna create this, and I'm gonna just close this off here, t and head, but let's write our /. Sorry guys. Okay, you can see this is my T head. If I refresh this page, nothing changed here. And I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna say I want to create T body. Okay, let's just close this. And I'm gonna come here inside this table, I'm gonna say T body here and the /. Let's just close this off. Okay guys, if I refresh this page, you see nothing changed here, because T body or the T head tags do nothing for our let's say looking. Okay, because we just want to use this T head for readability, for code readability, and for example in the future, if you will come your web page and you would love to read your code correctly. And that is why we should write our code in exact same order. Okay, If I remove this T head or the T body, let's just remove this. If I refresh this page, you can see nothing would change here. But it is good to use this T head or T body for increasing readability. And in the other hand, for example, you work with a company and you work with, for example, you have a team. And let's say you write a little part of your website, web page. And when you use these tags, you will help your coworkers to read your code. Because when someone writes code, maybe it is a little bit difficult for reading that code for someone else. That is why we should write our codes exactly and we should write them correctly. Let's just call this T body and the T head tags back, and let's refresh this. You can see nothing changed, but you can see here this caption and this first table row are my T head, and they are inside this T body. All these table rows, table datas are my T body or my body of my table. Okay guys, I think we're done here. Let's finish this lesson here. Let's see you in the next video.